First I want to talk about Ymir. And it could seem unbelievable that she loved King Fritz after everything he did, but I think it's in the realm of possibility. In real life, there was a slave named Nat Turner, born in 1800. One day he secretly planned a revolt, and in August 1831, that's when it began. Nate had a few rebels on his side, and as they eliminated their oppressors, they were recruiting other slaves to help. Nat Turner and his rebels were successfully killing their oppressors. Catherine Whitehead's plantation is one place Nat and his rebels attacked. One of Whitehead's daughters was close to escaping, and she was accompanied by a black girl named Aggie. The rebels found Whitehead's daughter, and Aggie fought to save her mistress. Most of the Whitehead family was murdered except Harriet. At that same plantation, there were 27 slaves. Only one wanted to join the rebels. Getting recruits in general was a difficult task. A number of slaves opposed rebellion. Some slaves even went as far as to use weapons to protect their masters. A majority of slaves didn't fight, but they did find ways to foil the rebellion, like helping Harriet to escape. I'm not a professional therapist, but I wondered if Ymir had Stockholm Syndrome. It's defined as a coping mechanism to a captive or abusive situation. People develop positive feelings towards their captors or abusers over time. Ymir doesn't talk. We know before she got her Titan powers, her tongue was removed, but it's like there's symbolism there. We can infer that she regenerated her tongue, but it's like she's still a mute slave. There's a flip side to this message. Words can only convey so much. There are talkers and doers, dreamers and achievers. Some people are going to talk, make excuses for why they can't do something, or talk a sweet game to make themselves seem like they're more than they really are. With Ymir, we only see her actions. It's interesting that Ymir blocked off Aaron's memories of the future so he couldn't see what happened, just as Aaron prevented his father Grisha. The cycle of life and death was in one shot, and it was awesome. It ended with Mikasa walking away with Aaron's head in her arms, and we get that close-up on the deceased Aaron, then fade to black. We open on the face of Historia's child as she's opening her eyes. As people die, others are born. What's interesting about this last scene is that the person who stumbled upon a giant tree this time is a boy, and he has a dog as his companion. Last time it was Ymir who stumbled upon the giant tree, and she had dogs chasing her. Maybe this means that there's still hope that things could change for the better. During the rumbling, the people on the cliff were terrified, falling over the cliff, and it was reflected in the coloring. The scene is black and white. When people are frightened, they can become pale, and it was reflected in the scene. Notice when the rumbling ends, the color returns to the scene. There's relief. Zeke's plan may be the lesser of two evils. If that's the case, why are people still siding with Aaron? He did